just about working with us, what they should expect. We talked about their schedule, but I want to know like what should an agent expect working with us on a month-to-month basis and us being their marketing team, etc. The floor is yours. It's the last question too, by the way.
For like the weekly package.
Weekly, monthly, if they're just an individual agent getting set up
Monthly, yeah.
with leads.
Yeah, with leads. So the first thing you have to know is when it comes to online marketing, Facebook ads, other types of ads, nothing is going to be perfect. Like I always tell my agents, Trey's job is to get you leads. Okay. If your leads are coming in your CRM, that is a majority of what his goal, what the objective was on the marketing side. The job was to get leads into your CRM that are filling out ad forms. Two, back to what like the first question is, your objective is to work and get them on the phone. And yes, some people might not qualify, some people might be broke, right? And then you might bump into the next two or three that are very serious and very high intent. Your job is to spend your time with those individuals, set up the meetings with those individuals and put all of your time into the ones that are really serious. Like even with me on my lead flow, I have 10 leads come in, four of them might not be that serious. You're marketing to online individuals, so you can't control people's personality. You really can't even control their intent to a degree. Obviously, we're going to make the lead ad to get people that are high intent, but at the end of the day, people are people. They're going to be looking and filling out forms. They may or may not want to get more in depth on a conversation with you, but the whole goal of marketing is to basically net the individuals in that you get 10 leads in, four might not be high intent, and then the next two might be on the fence. You can put some extra time into them, and that's where your sales skills come in to maybe win them over to have a meeting with you, right? And then you might have the other four might be super high intent. They've actually been looking for a solution. They've actually been looking for this type of product. They've talked to a multiple different advisors or agents and they didn't feel comfortable moving forward with them. They're still looking for a solution. So I'd say like every 10 leads you get, it's not going to be 10 closes in a row. Just because you're with, like, even if you signed up with Trey, any other type of system like this, even if I was doing it by myself, I know that. So as a sales individual in life insurance, you just have to understand that that's how this works. So it's not all on the marketing team. Like I said, their job is to get you the 10 leads and make the ad form, a majority of that, an opt-in where they're high intent. Are they all going to be the same? You're not marketing to robots, right? There's no way for us to go pick out so-and-so on this ad form and say, hey, only you guys can make it through. If they click it and they're interested and they fill out their info, just be happy you got the lead. My biggest advice for how to convert those is just spend your time with the individuals that are actually giving you the best energy. So those first four, you might do a call with them, maybe follow up with them here and there. And that's where the marketing drips come into play because you can still market to them even though they don't want to talk to you yet. The other two, spend time to win them over. And then the high intent ones, make sure those are the first ones that you spend your time with and you get those ones closed down first. And that's where your skill comes in, your mentorship, your self-education. Trey can't close them for you, right? He couldn't close them for me in the beginning. All he could do is get me the people's info. My job was to close them. He wasn't on the Zooms with me when I was closing them. That was all on me. So as a business owner, as like a customer for this type of business, you just have to understand that like once the lead's in your hands, it's on you to do what you're going to do with that. They can only manage so much on the back end. Their job is a different category, but spend your time with the ones that are the most high intent. And then once you start to scale, the last thing is once you start to scale and get profitable, increase your ad spend. Spend more money on generating leads. And maybe instead of 10, you get 20. And then just keep putting more fuel on that fire and work with Trey to see which ad campaigns are working and dump fuel on that. And then just increase your activity. It's all about activity and it's all about inflow. The leads are coming in, you're busy. The Trey's job is to keep you busy all day. So if you're busy all day and you're making money, put more money into it and just be busy, 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 calling people on the phone, Zoom, 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 follow up, email, next call. Like that's what your day to day should look like. And sometimes that's not going to be accomplished with a $50 a day ad budget. Sometimes you might have to go up to $100, $200 a day on ads. Like I spend almost $500, $600 a day on ad spend sometimes because I want to be busy. The worst thing you can do as a life insurance agent is not be busy or have no system. If I want to turn my ads up, I say, hey, Trey, turn this campaign up. I want to be busy for the next 3 weeks. And I'll just have more leads coming in. I'm more busy, which means I'm going to have more opportunities to close and reinvest back into the next month. Right. And just set myself up the whole year, guys. Like I pay for all like management fees, all of that typically for all my businesses. I pay all that stuff quarterly. So in the beginning, you just have to worry about being as busy as you can and getting as many people in front of you to share the knowledge that you have on whatever product you're selling, whether that's final expense, IULs, annuities, whatever it is. The key is to be as busy as possible and on the phone all day and presenting, and then dumping those profits back over to Trey to let him enhance your marketing experience.
100%, man. I couldn't say it any better.